We're going to talk the land rights and what you could do here. A long time ago, people that were treated like slaves and a bunch of stuff, right? So we're not really going to be so accepting of that. They try to get it to where the Indians were against the Mexicans because they had it mixed up with the wording. And we got to be really firm on our words. Like, is 7 to is free, you're already free. You don't do deals with the police officer to have freedom. Do your deals by being a good citizen and following the law. You don't have to have to prove yourself here. The proof that we need is that you're self-disciplined already and I don't know, but you don't have any to prove anything to anybody but you. And then like what we're on now, where we're at is where we're gonna be in this next part. It's gonna be part of the I'm not gonna let you let me suffer forever, so you don't always win. England, you know how they had a football game the other day or whatever it was, and then the Mexicans let them win. Well, at those moments, we're calling for the cross of Jesus to be sent down in that minute. I don't know how. I heard the next day about that win within Europe or whatever it is, but we can't have it to where you always have to be winning like that. Like it's not fair, especially when we already have the technology to be measuring all the things in games to be able to like make a fair game as well. Today is a new day. 250 years have passed, and I think they've taken almost everything from us. And it's not that we're going to ask for it back, but we're going to make sure that you guys understand that the rejection of America was because it was missing a letter S. And anytime there's errors in something that was never agreed upon, it's not valid. And it has to be to where everything's word for word on point. So anything that you guys had before without that letter S is something for production to know and understand that every time you send something out that door, the words need to be right, the letters need to be right, on point. And so there can be a missing letter, and a long time it went on without a missing S in the end of it. So it was never even established. We can establish now, and we could start like a new thing now. We can include Europe. We can include everybody you want. The thing is that like we want to make sure that everybody's documented correctly. Here in California, it's never been established yet. We're gonna say that it was the English thing that you taught us because we can bring a little bit more strength to it. It's brought us our smart. We're also cultural integrated, so we like Mexicans. There's no bias here. Whenever you're missing the letter S or teaching somebody a wrong teachings or anything, then that's gonna be like an abuse to and a disrespect to whatever we're gonna have going forward. You can't disrespect America no more. So we're gonna go ahead and use that word. We've already asked for the permissions, and since nothing was ever established before, we're gonna go ahead and use it for this fine first agreement going forward. Make sure you guys understand and know that it was a Mexican that did this as well. So that way we're all with no bias in it. And we're 100% with all nations now. So we don't want to have anybody going and making different países and then saying that you have to be this because you don't have to be anything that you're not. The 7 branches would be Africa. Africans come from there. Then we got Mexicans. All the Mexicans come from there. Then we got Britain. We got what else? We got Filipino. So we appreciate it if you guys could like make that right already and make sure that there's no there's no more slang in this. We're not going to accept slang, and we want everything to be true, correct, and 100% on everything. So I don't know where China's at, but the maps need to be now implemented, and we want to make sure that everything's on point so that nothing ever changes. And El Rio Grande, the name of that stays the same as well. So that way you guys can know where the Kelly. We're gonna have to have an access point to where the entrance and the out. In case somebody goes and they steal a kid and then they can't block that, we're gonna have to have an emergency plan for the exit route and how we're gonna go and take care of that without having any blockage, because that would be a it would be a hazard and a unsafe thing to do. So going forward, you guys have a freedom today. You guys are all free. I don't know if you guys know it. You gotta keep doing and following the law. We have laws since Moses, his or the Ten Commandments. Here, when they say don't covet, that means don't take over somebody else's name. Don't take over this. I don't know. Look up that word and you'll see. So that also includes like don't lie, don't steal, don't kill. These are uh, there are laws that were way a long time ago. So manipulating that, going over that is right now we got the two, good and bad, put together right here right now. One, who wins? God. So that way you guys can know what we're gonna follow for the greater good, and we can't be so weak-minded. So I need you guys all to be more in that littering and words and stuff. Understand that America has never been established here. And when I sued the company, Wonderful, the paperwork that I was getting said United States of America. So I had to write a letter to my lawyer and tell him that, like, no, it's not really there yet. It's not here yet. So whatever monies came from that, we're gonna have to like do a penalty because they didn't keep up with their end of the deal. And then I need I won. I know I won, but I need my part of it now. So any lawyers want to get involved in this, we can do this because there's a lot of things in there that we need to discuss because I don't want to have it in the wrong hands, and I'm not going to let somebody let me suffer forever. I'm done with that part, and then so let's pursue this. And I've already put a few things on trends, and I guess however we're gonna do it, we're gonna have to do it really appropriately. And we don't want to hear no bad. We want to work together. Reason I said it is because of the fact that I said it person. That's the only reason. If you would have given her a bad review, yes, the authority that it is, because the majority has decided that. So going forward, without an argument or a fight, I just wanted to update you guys about that letter S that's missing on the America part. We're gonna work on things, and we're gonna have to accept everybody. And we're gonna need to know how you guys get your documents as well. That way nobody's stealing, because this is going to be a new process of a rights to life and death process. It's going to be new. I'm gonna begin on it. So if you're alive right now and you're practically like in dead inside, we need to change that. We need to fix that. So that way, it's not like we're gonna be like suffering forever. That's it. Pretty much, we need to come up with now the standards and the boundaries of the rules, and make sure that nobody goes and takes our social security information or anything when we go. We're going to be able to have this thing, but we're preparing for something bigger, and we're going to be able to put it in a new annex that we're going to have made, and we're going to keep the mystery of the annex also a mystery for God to be able to talk about when that time comes. We got what else? So the borders will be around Washington D.C. area. That's it. Everybody else is going to be around that, and Washington can't have two Washingtons. So wherever America's or America is, you guys could only have one part of that. So it's very important to understand and know we went back already. We're gonna start again, and this time it has to be more with the understanding that there was an error, and that's okay because we could fix that. And it wasn't on you. It wasn't on anybody that did that. It was just a mistake. And then now we're gonna fix that by mad. That's open. It's time to act professional because we're aiming that and we're making sure that it stays that way. A long time ago, if you would have came in negotiating with anybody, yeah, we weren't that prepared for we are knowing now. But this way, we can put a stop to that and just fix it now and become the professionals that God has made us to be. Nobody ever thought that these things would have happened, right? So if you guys want to know a secret, when God sends somebody, He sends it, and things just happen in a quickness. It's not like anybody could just say, "Oh, this is what He told me. This is what happened, or whatever." No, He says something like, "You're gonna do this. You're gonna take it to a place nobody has ever it answers somebody like me, and I'm not that perfect or whatever. However, I'm not perfect at all. If you could answer somebody like me that close, and he can answer you too. So understand that we're gonna keep the holiness right here in the grounds, and we're gonna keep the faith at 100%. Because none of you guys know me to be this into God until now. I've always been a believer. I'm gonna always be a believer, and then I expect that everybody to have the same installments. I was thinking about prison as well. We could do one. Make sure that everybody has the same catechism teachings in that, because that's the only way they're going to be able to have the capacity in their mind to be able to come out with a new mindset and fully with God. Everybody has to have it because we're not going to accept no more liars in this world. It's unacceptable. It's offending to me. It's offending to you, and it's offending. Period. It just has to be known that this is how you make a human, and this is part of the rules now. So we're going to install this. And if you want to go and act like an animal, then that's on you. That's like between you and God on your destiny part. Because as for us, we're going to be striving for that part where we're not going to be robbed anymore. So we've got our minds to other places now, and we want to see all the prisoners come out, find love, and that love better respect them, because if they don't, then you're gonna be not only like just like disre like you're gonna be not only putting yourself down, and that's not accepting anymore. So we need everybody like on their toes, and don't be fucking cheaters anymore, because that shit is all out. And if you are going to be one, make sure your spouse accepts you for you. Other than that, you don't win with that if you're not married to the person. So, anyways, going forward, keep it positive. Just accept it. Turn the other cheek. Don't go and do that get back thing. It's a new day. Different things are going to happen now. I'll talk to you guys later. Just wanted to update you guys real quick. Stay strong. And, stay solid. Bye.